Textbook Brokers. At Textbook Brokers, you can get the best deals in Northern Colorado, guaranteed. You can rent or buy your textbooks for less and get the best price for those other books that you never used, even though your professor swore that you would use it, but then you never picked it up and you were thinking, why wouldn't they just say that? Do they get the money for the book or something? Because I need that money. Well, we get that. Textbook Brokers can get you your money now and give you the best deals for books, used and new. So come on out to Textbook Brokers and get the books you need today.
Hey, this is Brandon from My Body Sings Electric.
Hey, we are the AOJ.
Go to get them sex kits.
The best college radio in Colorado.
All right. Hello, UNC. It is Saturday, September 22nd, and it is time to get live with the Bears. We are here with Hit the Ground Running. How are you guys doing today?
Pretty awesome, man.
We're doing great.
All right. Glad to have you guys in here. Let me get a few things adjusted, and there we go. So let's go ahead and get a little information, meet you guys. So if you just want to introduce yourself to the fans listening out there on UNC Student Radio.
All right. Go ahead.
All right. My name is Ben. I play guitar and do clean vocals.
I'm David. I also play guitar.
All right. So I know we don't have all the band here today, but still good to have you guys here. It's going to be a good time. So how did you guys meet up and form the band?
It started I only moved to Colorado here about, I'd say, a year and a half ago. And I moved out here, A, for college, and B, I really wanted to start a band. I mean, I'm from Iowa, so I wanted a bigger range of people to get connected with. And so me and the drummer, Tyler, got together and just started writing a few songs, and we just posted ads on Craigslist for other band members. And, that's how we found Ben. And we just kept adding on members since then. I mean, that's how it really started.
Well, yeah, and then once after I joined, we met Jay, who's the bassist, through one of Tyler's friends?
Yeah, it was Tyler's sister's boyfriend's friend.
Yeah.
One of those kind of things.
Yeah, and he's awesome. He's an awesome musician. And we practiced together for about 6 months before we even did anything. Then we found Connor, because we went through 10 auditions for vocals. And we found Connor, and then we started playing some live shows just January of this year, actually. So that's kind of how it all started.
Yeah, that's awesome, guys. Good to see Colorado bands starting to get in there and local groups just really putting it out.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, this, the scene here is kind of competitive for sure. But I mean, we like it though. It's kind of, we music in general, if you're trying to, do what we're doing, it's a business, and we try to take it as seriously as we possibly can. But we still have a good time. But we've been doing everything somewhat right, I think, so far.
We try to say we're doing it right.
we try to keep it professional as possible.
Well, it is a band, so, you're going to have those times.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead, do another question. Then you guys want to play one of your songs off the album?
Oh, yeah, sounds good.
All right, so let's see. Who has been a big inspiration, you guys? Bands, just solo artists? Where do you get your influence from for your songs?
I don't know. When I first got into the metal genre and the metalcore genre, the big influences was As I Lay Dying. I mean, they were just so powerful, and they were just so talented for their time when they came out. And so I really got influence from them, and then just started just diving into that kind of genre and just learning everything I could possibly on guitar and how they do it and what sounds good, what's really cool about it, and then just went from there and just kept listening to bands and then just trying to be original but still have a good sound going along with my guitar playing.
I think all of our influences are definitely different. You go from each person, because we're all really different musicians in general. And I mean, me, right now, I guess, huge influences Of Mice and Men, Parkway Drive, stuff like that, and really old school thrash stuff. I was raised with Metallica, just old school thrash metal, stuff like that. And if you go Tyler, he had Vanna and stuff like that, and Jay's more into I don't even know what.
He likes Every Time I Die, the southern hardcore stuff and
Yeah, we're all kind of in that. It's one thing we kind of all agree on a little bit. Just definitely the southern style, like hardcore, southern rock, metal type stuff. So
Nice. We've been trying to get some more hardcore metal on here because
yeah,
there honestly isn't too many local bands that do that we can get in contact with. So it's always nice because there are a lot of people up here who like that hardcore stuff.
yeah.
And
The hardcore scene, like in Denver, I mean, I don't know about up here or anything, but in Denver, it's pretty big. We're not necessarily strictly hardcore or anything, but we definitely infuse a lot of those elements in our stuff. So, and our more recent songs, which we are going to be recording here soon, they definitely have that influence in them, and you'll be able to hear that.
all right. So what song do you guys want to do off your album?
Should we just do Wham Bam first?
Yeah, Wham Bam, thank you, ma'am.
Sure thing. So before we play that, how'd you guys come up with this song, the title?
Oh my god. I mean, it was like when we first started as a band, we just wanted to name a song and get out of the way, and that's back when we were just kind of being joking, and you read all of our song names and they're just pointless. It has nothing to do with the lyrics, so I mean,
Well, we still kind of do that. I mean, it's fun to have a song that that has a fun name because people will remember it.
it's a little catchier, yeah.
Yeah. And Wham Bam, thank you, ma'am. It's kind of self-explanatory.
All right, so let's go ahead and do Wham Bam, Thank You, Ma'am. All right, so we were having some difficulties with the mics. Let's go ahead and see if we can hear you now.
Okay. Oh, there we
There
I
we
can hear
go.
myself
There we
now.
go.
There we go.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yep.
Great, now you get to hear Ben's sexy voice.
Yeah. There it is, ladies.
All right, so now that we got this all figured out, let's go ahead and jump into a few more questions. So have you guys ever played up here a show in Greeley?
No.
The farthest north we've been is Federal Heights.
What are some of the venues up here?
Yeah.
We got AF Rays, mainly AF Rays for
Okay.
playing shows up here.
Well, that's good to know. Yeah, we'll definitely like look into it.
Yeah, it's a great place.
They get a pretty good crowd.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome.
The owners are awesome. We do partnerships, advertising with them.
Oh, okay.
And it's really fun because it's right next to Wing Shack.
Oh,
So,
okay, yeah.
some
I've been to
wings
Wing
going
Shack
on.
one time, and because I went to school here in 06, and I got the Bear Hot. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
And I was like pissing fire. It was terrible. We'll never do that again.
Yeah, I mean, we were planning. It was a while back. We were planning to do just like a northern tour. We were gonna try and hit like Boulder and Foco. I mean, Greeley can be on our map too, but we were just trying to hit places north and maybe Cheyenne and Montana.
And it's like these smaller towns, like like Greeley, and like we like to play in Pueblo quite a bit too. You seem to get a better crowd almost because there's not as many national acts coming through. So even when there's like local acts coming through, like you actually get some kids coming out, which is that's what matters. So
Yeah. And speaking of that, do you guys have any shows coming up? You want to promote them?
Yeah, I mean,
Get some more
our next
people?
show is at the Rock House. It's off of Broadway, South Broadway in Littleton, and it's October 5th. We play with some bands like Sunday's Monument, their EP release. They're going to be headlining.
Yep.
A band from Thornton, 6 Reasons to Run, is going to be there.
yeah, they're like a hardcore band. They're really good. Who else is playing? The Fulfillment.
The Fulfillment, their brand new band, will be their first show. It'll be cool to check them out for the first time.
Yeah, I don't know. We're stoked. Our live set now is like, well, we're debuting a new song that night too. So it's called.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Like we said, crazy names. But yeah, like we're really stoked on the way our live set is right now. It's like I think we're really confident in it. Finally, it's about a year in, and we're really confident. So it's gonna be a good show.
Mm-hmm. If you guys are down in Littleton, you should come check us out.
Yeah, definitely. If you like what you hear, it's worth hour and a half drive?
Yeah, a little, yeah.
Not
Right around there. It's
yeah,
worth the drive.
yeah, it's not too.
Oh yeah, it's worth the drive.
So I know you guys said that you just kind of with Wham Bam Thank You Man just kind of throwing a name out there, but do you guys have any process that you choose to name your songs or your albums?
It's usually after we've had too many beers and somebody says something ridiculous and we're like, song name. Or it's in the middle of like a practice and we're just like, somebody will say something funny and we're just like, song name.
Like for our album name, we were just kind of being cocky idiots, and we're like, we're the best band because like we have that southern feel, so we kind of feel like because we're like we're the best band this side of the Mississippi, and so we're like that sounds cocky and sounds like us. So the name of our album is This Side of the Mississippi for no reason besides us being cocky.
Well, no, yeah, and we have a little bit of that like that southern, southern hint.
That southern.
Yeah,
twang
that was like kind of the reason as well. So, yeah.
Yeah, so you guys having a good time up here in Greeley?
Yeah, well, I mean, we pretty much sat in traffic for about 2 hours to
Yeah,
get up
25
here.
sucks.
Yeah.
Especially through Denver. I mean, we
Yeah.
were just sitting there.
Which wasn't expected. It's a Saturday. I don't know what's going on. So
Right.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, I haven't been up here in about 6 years, so it was definitely like rolling down memory lane, going through 11th Street, and just like all the houses that we used to go to, and is Harrison even here anymore? Do you know? That dorm's still there?
Yep.
Oh, I thought they ripped it down. Okay.
No,
Yeah,
Harrison's
that's where
still
where
there.
I was.
Yeah, they ripped down McCompton and put up New North
that
and
was
New
the
South.
one, McCompton. Yeah, dude, that dorm sucked. That was 6 years ago. It was terrible. I couldn't even imagine what it was like before they ripped it down.
Yeah, I've heard horror stories coming from that place.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's see, what do we got up here? So I know you guys said this is your first like actual radio interview. Are you guys having a good time? You like it so far?
Yeah, man. I mean, we're having fun, I think.
Yeah,
It
I mean,
seems like
it's fun to, just get our voice out and let people know about our band, especially in different cities that we're not even from, being up this far north and other people hearing our music, because it's really hard to network on Facebook now, even because you got to pay for your post your statuses now, and that's a bitch. So,
And that's what this is all about is, independent bands, you have to go out and do what, promote yourself as much as possible. So,
I mean, it seems like a lot of bands expect this stuff to be handed to them when they're trying to do stuff, and what we're trying to do is just go out there and just force our name down people's throats.
You got
Any way
you
we
got to
can.
hustle, man. You
Right, you gotta hustle. I mean,
that's what we're learning, and we're getting better at it for sure.
right. I mean, we were playing a festival down in Colorado Springs, and we were asking $5 for our EP, and people were like, I don't want to pay that much. We're like, all right, how about $3? And we're hustling stuff. We're not really. We're in it to make the money back we put in, but we're not really in it right now to make a profit, just to get our name out. So we're trying to do that any way possible. We're like giving out free T-shirts, we're giving out free EPs, just any way for people to hear our music.
Yeah, and I think that's like a lot of the younger bands and newer bands. I mean, we're still pretty new, but I don't think they realize like really how hard it is to even make any kind of impact within a scene, especially in a city as big as Denver or state or whatever. So, yeah, we're learning though. We're always learning. We're always progressing.
Yeah, and shout out to Claire Roberts, the best 303
Yeah, shout out
sounds.
to
That
Claire.
family.
Yeah,
What's
we're
up?
part of her family too. So
Yeah.
Yeah, thank
Shout
you
out.
for getting the band in here.
Yeah. Thanks, Claire.
Yeah. All right, so do you guys basically, I'm just here to make things go smooth. Do you want to do a song? Want to talk some more? What do you guys want to do?
I mean,
Here,
if you have more
let's-
questions, we can do that. I mean, we can also
Well,
just
let's
share
do one
some more
song,
songs
then we'll talk about kind of what we're doing.
next year and in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's do
Swamp People.
Yeah, this is kind of like our, I guess our most popular song, the
Yeah.
one that everybody likes. Southern, it's pretty southern, southern as hell actually, but we like it. It's definitely one of our favorites.
All right, and this is Swamp People.
It's 10 o'clock on this summer night. We're all here. Let's start this off right. Oh, grab the beer till the clock's rolling up. Let's start this off right now. Now close the door, grab your girl. It's about to go down. How to? Don't know him, don't know her. It's alright, this is what it's all about. This night, like it's never gonna end. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. Will that come and I'm feeling like a kid. Pulling out on the night where my little brother's at. Pulling come and I'm feeling like a kid. Pulling out on the night where my little brother's at. This place is out of control. Everyone is here, straight up love, no tears. This is the highlight of my year. God damn. Oh, hell yeah! Days are the nights that I'll always remember. Kicking back with the friends that I love. Just living life, just living life. This is real, this is what we love. I'll never forget this, never forget. This is who we are. We stand together, I live for this.
All right, we are back. That was Swamp People. Good song, guys. Good song.
Thank you.
So let's go ahead and talk about what you guys plan on upcoming year in the future. What are you guys gonna do?
Here, I'll talk about. So we go back into the studio October 11th,
11th and 12th.
11th and 12th to record 3 new songs. And that's at Rusty Sun Audio with Nick No Durf in Centennial. And we're having these songs mixed by a guy named Jamie King. And he's mixed Alisana, and he does all the Between the Buried and Me albums and everything. And so we're going to have each song mixed, and we're going to release a song a month for, like, whenever we get it done. It's like the next 3 months. We don't know which months those will be. Just to kind of, like, stay relevant and, keep people, like, wanting to hear us. And our management's going to hopefully do some things with our first single, too. So we'll see. We'll kind of play that by ear and see what happens. But it might be premiering on pretty big site. So
Yeah,
we'll see
hopefully
what
they're gonna
happens.
try and push it to AP Mag.
Yeah.
And hopefully get it up there, and we're gonna try and get like a lyric video or some sort of something to go with it, so they can post the video on their page. I don't know if you said their name. It's Infamous Empire.
Yeah.
Is their management we're going with right now. Yeah, next year we're trying, early spring, late winter, trying to get some sort of tour to go with them. I mean, they got a lot of bands on there. We'd probably be on bands on their management company, but we're just trying to just go out to different states and get our name out. I mean, just push it, because really we haven't played outside of Colorado. I mean, we played outside of Denver, we played in the Springs, we played in Pueblo, we played in a little farther north, but I mean, we're trying to get outside of Colorado now so other people can hear our stuff. Like, especially if I'm from Iowa, I do have a lot of friends that want me to go out to Iowa and play some shows there too. So that's what we got coming up so far.
But yeah, I mean, that's like the only way. You can get pretty big in a home market, but if you don't get outside of that, you're not really going to get to the point where you want to be. So yeah, that's about all we know up to this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're super, super stoked to record these new songs, because the direction we're going is just like, I don't know. It's like crazy. Like even when we listen to our EP now, I think we're like, oh, because every song we write, we've always been like from the beginning is like, we're like, this song's better than that one. And, but that's the way it's going to keep on going. It's like every time we write a new song, we're like, that one's better than this one. But, so now that we have like this CD and that everybody's liking, like now we have like this stuff that's just like so much better to us that I think everybody's just going to really dig it.
Yeah, I think it's almost like a subconscious goal in our head is that, we
To
always want
outdo ourselves.
Yeah, we always want to outdo ourselves every song, because we know we always need to progress. And if we just plateau, we're going to go nowhere with our songs, and people are going to get bored, and they're going to, get used to what we sound like, and they want something new every time they hear us. So we're trying to keep doing that every time too.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I guess, I don't know. I was going to say, like, we don't really try to out-riff ourselves, I don't think. We more or less, just, like, if we have a kick-ass riff, we're like, all right.
Yeah.
Excuse me. It's like, yeah, we have a kick-ass riff, we're just going to, like, all right, that's going to be the riff we're going to use, and we'll, like, build a song around that entire riff, more or less. That's
basically how we write.
Yeah, that's how we
come in
write,
with
yeah.
guitars first, and like, oh, this sounds good, and then Tyler comes in, and then Jay will do his thing, and then we'll do Connor last. That's pretty much how our writing process goes. I mean, we want to switch it up a little bit, maybe have some lyrics written first and write our song around the lyrics. But
yeah, it's not really a magical process or anything. And
No.
like nobody, usually it's just five of us like riffing and jamming together.
annoying the crap out of each other.
yeah, until somebody goes, oh, that's
Fine, we'll use
yeah,
that. Jesus,
yeah, like
you're playing it
that's-
enough.
Yeah, that's pretty good. yeah, that's usually what it is. It's like okay, we've heard it enough, so we're just gonna use it now, even if they didn't like it.
Exactly.
And we'll just go from there. But yeah, we definitely like we're not a band that writes like, oh, like this practice we wrote 3 songs and we're like super, we take our time, because there's bands that do that. Like they're like I've seen a band that they were together for 2 weeks. And then they were like, we wrote all these songs in 2 weeks. And, they wrote 10 songs in 2 weeks. And it was just like,
And they played a
you
show.
could tell. Like, you're like, yeah, I could tell that you wrote those songs that quick. Like we, I think a song for us takes about a month until we're like.
To solidify.
Yeah. To solidify, it's perfect. Like, because that's how we do. And, like, when we go to record, everything is so down that we don't have to sit there for hours, like, trying to figure out, this riff or that riff. Like, we have everything just ready to go. So.
All right, yeah. You guys got good songs. I can tell it takes some time to get that out.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see what I've got here. Let's just do a fun question right now. If you guys could play with any band or artist, dead or alive, who would it be?
You go first, dude.
I think we know each other's answers.
I know. Because we've done this.
Yeah,
or
we did this.
something.
It was for like one of those cheesy online interviews where you just
Oh, okay.
email the answers back through. Those
Yeah.
are stupid. But anyways, I'd probably want to play with As I Lay Dying. I mean, that's probably the only band I ever went to go see, and I got like fangirl crazy about them. Like I high fived the members and like freaked out and blushed. I'm not afraid to say that. But
I'm afraid for you.
but I mean, that's definitely the band I'd want to play with, and it'd be cool to tour with them. And I know Ben's answer.
Well, yeah, my first. My first answer would definitely be of Mice and Men. I don't know why. I'm like obsessed with that band. And I think we were just talking about this on the way up here. Every Time I Die, if we could play with those guys and tour with those guys, it'd be awesome. Like those are the kind of bands like I think we'd identify with more than like bands like Attack and Asking Alexandria and stuff like that. Like we're like more just kind of like regular dudes. I think all those guys are just like regular dudes. So those are my picks for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Jay's was like August Burns Red.
August Burns Red. Yeah.
Tyler's-
Tyler was probably The Devil Wears Prada,
Prada.
or Vanna.
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 I would love to tour with Vanna. Vanna was awesome. I forgot how much I love Vanna.
Or I mean, locally, I mean, I'd probably want to play 40 Fathoms. They're cool dudes and they have
Yeah.
really good music. And Parallels, they're cool dudes. Would want to play with them.
Yeah,
For
40
sure.
Fathoms is the shit. So
Yeah.
hopefully we'll get to play with them sometime soon.
Yeah, all right. Do you guys have a favorite venue to play at? One that you prefer over all the rest right now, or?
Dude, I think the best we ever sounded
Gothic.
was the Gothic.
The Gothic, yeah, they
Gothic.
had really good sound. I mean,
Yeah.
they made Tyler's drum sound really good. They made our guitar tone really good.
Yeah,
How it
like
sounded.
their techs actually cared, which
Yeah.
was something you don't get a lot because I mean these bands, you know, I mean these venues, they have so many bands every day coming in and out of there. You know, just I mean, you know, you're probably gonna get 50% crap bands, and they're just probably over it. But I mean, these dudes at the Gothic, they just like they really like they worked with us and like they made sure everything was perfect before we got to play. And
Well, I mean, sometimes too, some of these venues they play a broad range of music, and that doesn't mean that the sound guy likes every one of those genres.
exactly.
So especially when like a metal band like us, where not a lot of people like that kind of music, the sound guy's not really gonna care. They're just like, all right, I can hear your amp, you're good to go.
Yeah,
that
that's
kind
the
of
best.
stuff.
We'll go to venues and they'll be like, they don't even mic up the snare or like the cymbals. They're like, yeah, no, you're good. It carries. And we're like, everybody after a set's like, we couldn't hear the snare the whole time. We're like, well, ask the sound guy.
And like, I couldn't hear myself in the monitor. I was like, yeah, I can't hear myself. Can you turn me up in the monitor? He's like, just turn your amp up. Maybe just turn around and turn my amp up. And it was
Yeah.
it's completely stupid. I mean,
But I think that answer would definitely be the Gothic. I think our best show though was at Phil's Radiator in Pueblo, just because the kids there were
they go out to
awesome.
shows. I mean, there's not much
Yeah.
that goes through Phil's. So
Yeah.
they went down there and it was packed. It was
Yeah.
packed, and there was a lot of people dancing, having a good time, moshing. It was fun.
Nice. Do you guys have, kind of on that same line, favorite band you've played with so far? Someone that you really liked?
Yeah, I think we have a few. We just recently played with Conquer Everest at the Live Loud local show in the Springs. That's like a favorite local band. I mean, we've played with quite a few national bands too.
Lionheart,
Yeah, we played with quite a few.
Thick as Blood.
If you want to name drop.
Yeah. I mean, those are more that we played. Yeah, pretty much a hardcore show. It was a little out of our element because we are kind of like a southern metalcore, but we played with super hardcore bands like that.
But yeah, like local wise, I'd say Conquer Everest was awesome, and those are awesome dudes. And Seeking Chaos, they're out of Lamar.
Yeah, Lamar.
Lamar, yeah. I mean, those guys, like, those dudes are just, like, awesome dudes. And they, at this point, I think, they're like the Black Keys of metal. That's what I call them. Because they have, like, they have a guitarist and a drummer and a screamer. And that's it. Because they have problems with bassist or something. But, I mean, when we saw them at Phil's that last time, like, they brought it down. They had a lot of people. They even got everybody to do Wall of Death and stuff. And
I mean, it's like a
Yeah.
venue that's just a little bit bigger than this room. And
yeah.
like 17 people doing a Wall of Death.
Yeah, I mean, which is fun, man. Yeah, those dudes are awesome. I don't know. I think that's.
I don't know if we could name drop. I mean, like at that festival, we played with Icy Stars and Bless the Fall. They were there. My voice keeps cracking. I don't know.
I wrestled Bear once.
I Wrestled a Bear once was there.
Yeah, we played with some decent bands. So.
Yeah, all good. So, let's see. Let's go ahead and do another question, then go to a song.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, I judge.
Yeah, you do, babe.
Yeah, so since you guys created the band and everything, have you gone through like any other people, or has it been the same core group of guys the entire time?
We've only played shows with this vocalist.
With
But-
this set members, yeah.
Yeah, with this set members, we've only played with these members, but we've had a previous vocalist who got pretty far in our band before we played shows. I mean, he got a couple of our songs down, and things just didn't work out with him, and we ended up getting rid of him before we even played our first show. So, I mean, that was really the only big member change we've had. Otherwise, the guitarist, the bassist, and the drummer. I mean, I started this band. I wanted to be the vocalist. It was me and Tyler. I wanted to do vocals, and he wanted to do drums, obviously. And so I brought my guitar over just to start some songs when it was just me and him. And then once we got Ben in here, and then Jay wanted to play guitar. He's our bassist. But and then I decided to be an asshole, and I was like, all right, I want to play guitar now. And so I started playing guitar, and then we moved Jay over to bass. And so we had a 4-piece, and we were ready to start writing music as a full band. And then we started looking for vocalists after we got a couple songs down so they could practice with us.
All right, yeah. So what song do you guys want to go to now?
Thugrats?
Well, how many more songs are we gonna play?
Let's see. Probably another 2 or 3.
Okay.
I could probably just play the whole EP besides the intro. So, I mean,
Well, let's do.
4.
Yeah, let's Let's do 4.
4 is for horse. If anyone's out there playing King's Cup, this is for you guys.
Yeah.
It's one of those Saturdays where it's good to just drink all day.
Yep. Raise your glass to this one, guys.
Yay.
Why did I waste my time? I wasted all my time. It dropped aside. I fucking lost my mind. Every second just running away. Another day, and finally open my eyes. Wasting all of my time. Time to turn around my life. Wasting all of my time. Time to turn around my life. Turn around my life.
We reach out to stop time. There's no places left to hide. Burning bridges, burning light. We light up the night.
We reach out to stop time. No place to hide. Can't you see through the lies? I've opened my eyes. Turn around my life.
We reach out to stop time. There's no places left to hide. Burning bridges, burning light. We light up the night.
We light up the night. It's time to let go of everything that you have done. Take away all the thoughts of regret. Live your life, you only have one. Just let go of everything. Everything.
We reach out to stop time. There's no places left to hide. Burning bridges, burning light. We light up the night. We light up the night. We light up the night.
I wasted all my time. Let it drown the sun. Fucking lost my mind. Every second just running away. Another day, and I finally open my eyes. Looking back at my life, all hope begins to die. Trying to fix what I have done. Forgiveness.
All right, so that was my bad. I chose the wrong song. That was actually Rumspringa.
Yeah, it's all right though.
Yeah.
Amish rite of passage, if anyone didn't know.
Exactly.
See, these song names make no sense.
It's all about, I guess, I don't know. I mean, Rumspringa is about like partying and like finding yourself, I guess, or something. But I don't know. I'm not fucking
Basically, we
Amish.
watched the movie Sex Drive and it was like Rumspringa.
Yeah, I have no idea what that song's even about.
You read the music and don't even know what it's about.
Yeah, exactly.
Welcome to our band.
All right, so let's go ahead and promote your upcoming show again one more time.
All right, it's October 5th at the Rock House, which is in Littleton. It's off South Broadway. We're playing with
6 Reasons
Six
to Run,
Reasons to
Sunday's
Run,
Monument.
It's Sunday's Monument's EP release show, so that's a big show for them. We're with the Fulfillment, which is going to be their first show. Forsake It All. I don't know if we mentioned those guys the first time. Those dudes are out of Colorado Springs, so that'll be a good show with them.
Oh, their second show with them.
Yeah, second show with them.
I'm forgetting one band.
Who are we forgetting?
I don't know.
Whatever band we're forgetting, we're really sorry.
If you're listening, sorry.
Yeah, super sorry.
But I mean, all the bands have pre-sales, and they're only $6.
Yep.
So it really helps out the bands. They get some money back from selling these pre-sales, so to help out a lot.
Yep, and
it's $8 to the door, so I'd recommend getting hold of one of these bands to go out there if you're gonna go.
Yeah, we're gonna have our merch booth set up. We have we got some new T-shirts like a few weeks ago. We had them at the last show we played, and they're like these elephant shirts, which are actually pretty popular. And we sold out of all the bigger sizes, the XLs and the double XLs. So we got a few smalls, like maybe 1 or 2, and some others left. So yeah, we got some cool shit that you can buy.
Yeah, to
and
plug them in real quick, if you any bands out there want to get some really cool T-shirt designs or album artwork, Narrow Path Designs. They're on Facebook. Look them up. He's a really good artist, so check him out.
Awesome stuff.
I mean, it's good for the money you're paying.
Yeah.
And then we got our shirts printed at Benaya Clothing. You can look them up too. They do pretty good prints for a pretty good price too.
Yep.
All right, yeah, good to get that stuff out there.
Yeah.
And also for all the listeners out there, we will have a link on our website and our Facebook, all of our Facebook pages, including the radio one as well, to these guys' Facebook page. So you can go ahead, like them, follow them around. And if you want any more information, we'll post it up there as well. So be sure to keep following our websites for more information on that. And let's go ahead and get back into a couple of these questions, some funny things. So right about now, we normally like to see if there's some funny, interesting stories that you guys want to tell us about, something that happened at concerts or just one time when you guys were partying as a band, just that
You already did the Colorado
funny.
Springs thing because you have your wireless system on your guitar.
Wait,
All right, so we're playing our last song. It was our last song of the set. It's Forest for Horrors. We'll be playing that song soon. And it's a really big epic breakdown at the end. And Ben has a wireless on his guitar, so he's free to move wherever he wants. And so right when the end breakdown was coming, he ran off stage and was going to go into the mosh pit and, play his guitar out there and have fun. And right when he went out there, the breaker decided to break, and all of our instruments went dead. And so the PA went out.
PA went out.
Our amps were still playing, but it sounded really dumb. So I mean, he was out there playing his guitar like an idiot, and there was no sound.
And
everyone was just kind of staring at him.
All I could do is kind of giggle and run back to the stage.
Yeah. It was pretty awkward.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of other things. I mean, there's always.
I mean, one of our shows, I was wearing really tight pants and doing some headbanging, and ended up. My sister was like, "You were headbanging so hard, you probably ripped your pants." I was like, no, I didn't. And then I went home that night and checked, and I had a giant rip down the crotch of my pants.
I don't know. It seems like every show, too, we have some sort of technical difficulty. Like, there's always something like, like one time at the Gothic, my cable broke, which
it was making a ringing sound the whole time.
Yeah, ringing sound the whole time, which was awesome. Tyler's drum set has fallen over a few times. I don't know. I mean, it's just like, that's just like...
I mean, it's stuff that's really not funny when it happens, but then when you look back, it's just really funny.
Oh, man, what else? There's crazy. I know there's more stuff that I just can't...
it's kind of like a lot of stuff that happens after shows. It's not really during the shows. Like,
right
when we first started as a band, we did a lot of after parties at your house.
Yeah,
when you lived in Denver.
I don't know. Yeah, we drank a lot of beer. Hot tub that one time.
Oh yeah, we all decided to get in a hot tub.
Yeah, in the middle of winter. Polar bearing or whatever it is.
Yeah, went out and made snow angels after getting in the hot tub.
They couldn't jump in the hot tub. Man, like I don't know. I guess we're all kind of crazy. Usually crazy stuff happens every time.
Yeah. I mean, nothing too insane though.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of. Man, I don't
know. No one's
gotten
arrested.
I feel like as soon as we all get together, we talk about these things, and we have like a bunch of things. But like me and you, just right now, I just can't think off of anything on top of my head.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all they're gonna get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, still funny shit. Funny shit. So, what's something that you think is unique about your band? Something that separates you from every other band that is playing currently right now in the Denver area?
Our sound.
Sound is a big one, yeah.
Our sound is a big one. I mean, I there were people that they don't really get it, and they'll be like, "Why'd you pick Southern?" Like, it's just like, they're like, "You guys live in Colorado, you're not Southern." We're like, "Yeah, but I mean, we didn't necessarily pick it. We just somehow gravitated towards it, and like and I think our newer stuff is kind of getting a little bit away from it, but we still have like a little hint of that in there. But like, I don't know what it is. If it's just like our style that we've all played, or
yeah,
what.
I'm pretty sure it just naturally flowed into our music. We're
Yeah.
more like, all right, Southern, write something now.
Yeah, we never tried to write a Southern riff ever. It just like happened, and that's pretty unique to hear. I mean, a lot of the bigger bands I've heard in Denver right now, like the local bands, they all none of them have that sound. So I think that definitely separates us.
I mean, and like I've heard people tell us that, when we play a show with a lot of local bands, they come up to us and they're saying, when we hear the other local bands, all their songs sound pretty similar and they're hard to distinguish from which one is which. And then they hear our set, they're like, I can tell each and every song is different. I can tell that you have different elements in each one, and I can bring the name to a song, I can associate a name to a song because they're so different from each other. And so, I mean, we're not trying to write something that, all right, let's write this riff. All right, let's write this riff. It kind of sounds the same, but it's cool. We're trying to make everything different, have a unique sound, not just for our whole sound, but for each song in general. Just make them all sound different, so it gets a little hint of every kind of genre in there. We're not trying to aim for one certain genre. We're not trying to stop ourselves from spreading out.
I'd also say our live show, at least as of like late, I think, like any band at first you're awkward on stage, but like I think we're kind of like crazy on stage now. Like we all move, and like we're all just like, I don't know, we literally go as crazy as possible, like within the means of the stage.
Yeah, we don't care if there's one person or 20 people in. We've played for nobody, and we know what it's like to go crazy with no one there. It's like a really awkward practice.
Yeah, more or less. But I mean, that's what you have to do, because even if there's 5 people there, they came there to see a show regardless. They paid, even if it's only $6, they came to watch a band have fun and like see a show. How many times
they can buy your EP if they want to watch you just stand up there.
How many times we watch bands where everybody just stands there, like they look like they're like literally want to kill themselves, and I'm like, why? Like, you're playing music, like it's fun, like have fun, and there's nothing I hate worse than seeing a local band just stand there and just like, oh my god, it's just like, you gotta get out there and have fun, and then everybody else will have fun.
And then now that me and him both have, wireless get-ups on our guitar, I mean, we have more freedom on the stage because we were kind of secluded to both of our sides because we didn't want to tangle chords, because then the vocal mic has a chord, the bass has a chord. And now that we're both cordless, we can move around freely and only have to avoid 2 chords. And so, I mean, it lets us get even more crazy and do more things and get involved with the crowd, just so we can, have no barrier in between us and the crowd. We want to, actually put on the show for the crowd, not just for us.
Yeah, I definitely think we're all still progressing too, and but it just keeps getting better. So I don't think we've gotten worse, which is good.
It's always a plus.
Yeah.
We're like, this song was not that good.
No.
Yeah, so this other question I was asked sometime last year, and we just kind of go with it because some of the people who listen in here are looking to upgrade their instruments, listen to what people actually use when they do live shows. So what type of instruments do you guys use?
You can go and tell me your rig first.
Okay. I have my main instrument. I play a Gibson Les Paul Studio, and I have it. It's pretty modded out. I have EMG 8185 in it, Spertzl locking tuners, and I run that through a PV 6505 Plus, and I just kind of have like a shitty B52 cab for right now, but it gets the job done. I mean, I have a good amp, good guitar. We're not an effects-driven band like at all. We're pretty much cut and dry. I have a noise gate, a tuner, and a wireless. That's all I got. And I just bought a ESP Eclipse, which is awesome, and it's like a Les Paul style, and I'm kind of in love with that right now. Yeah, Silver Burst. So yeah, I got like 2 guitars, and I'm pretty much set. I just need to update my my cab, and I'll be ready to roll.
Yeah, I'm kind of the exact opposite. I mean, I just got a new orange cab. Love orange. It sounds great. I have a Marshall head right now. I'm looking to get a 6505 plus so we can have the same tone and everything like that. I had an Epiphone when I first started the band because I didn't care about instruments. I just cared about playing music. I had an Epiphone SG. And then I just recently upgraded to an ESP LTD, the EC1000. It's the same like Gibson Les Paul style. It's black. And same with him. I mean, I have a delay pedal sometimes for leads and for our intro, but otherwise I just have a tuner and a noise gate. We just try and keep it simple when it comes to the distortion.
Especially like that, like, you know, you're not going to run into a ton of issues with, like, if you have, 25 pedals, if one connection goes loose somewhere, your whole set's going to be messed up. It's just like, it's just so much easier. It's just like, I respect a musician that can get on stage and just play than somebody that has, 100 pedal board. It's like, oh, great. But, I just like stuff to just be cut and dry. And that's what we do. So.
I mean, so we want to have it like, we didn't even want really any kind of effects stuff. I mean, we have a little bit like bass drops and that kind of stuff on our EP, but we wanted it to be just as we play it live, so people don't get ripped off or anything, or like, that doesn't sound like anything your song on your EP. We wanted to sound raw, the same you'll hear it live, nothing different. So that's how
more or less how it sounds.
Yeah. I mean, you'll get the same thing you hear live, what you hear on our EP.
And that's really important to me, and like I think to everybody else too. Is this? I mean, there's nothing worse seeing a band that sounds great in the studio, and then you see them live, and you're like, this is absolutely terrible.
Asking Alexander.
Bring Me the Horizon.
Terrible band live.
Chelsea
Hope they're not listening. I mean,
yeah, Chelsea Grin. Chelsea Grin's like the worst.
Terrible.
All right.
Yeah, no, that's really good because it's like, I agree. A lot of people, they hear something totally different when they listen to this CD, and then they see the live set, and it puts them off because they're like, wow, that sucked.
Yeah. It's funny because like even a lot of bigger band like Fall Out Boy, like have you ever seen it? This is like completely off the genre, but like them live, like they are not very good live at all. I mean, those dudes made millions of dollars, but
yeah, I saw Bring Me the Horizon at Warped Tour. I mean, God, that was a terrible set.
Yeah.
I mean, they headlined Warped Tour. They're the last band to play, and I left. They were just so bad.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yep. Yeah, having a good live sound and a good live show, man. I think.
Live is more important than the CD. I mean, the CD is
sure.
great; it gets your name out. But I mean, people want someone to sound
and
good live.
You're gonna make money off ticket sales.
That's where you make your
like
money is playing live
merch.
shows.
Yeah, they're not gonna buy anything if they didn't like you.
Right.
So.
All right, so let's go ahead and jump into another song right now. Do we actually want to play Forest for Horrors now?
Yeah. We'll actually play Forest.
Yeah. Now I actually have the right track set up. So,
right. So now you can drink.
Now
again.
you can drink again.
Yes.
Forest for Horrors.
Bitch.
Dark your ground. Every step that you take takes you further away from all the mistakes. Take a second to think. Where are you? Where are you now? What did I say to you, my friend? You set your ground, you fought the fight through darkness and into light. What did I say to you, my friend? What did I say?
All right, so that was Fours for Horrors. Good song. Like what you guys have. It's been a while since we've had a band that's just like every song is just really well done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so go ahead and ask one or two more questions, then kind of do some fillers and just end the show on last song.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right, so let's see. Question list saves the day again.
Kind of good jokes. That's what we always do, like when it's awkward on stage, where we're just like, anyone got any jokes? You know.
Dude, I heard one. It was it's actually I don't remember now. It's like too much. It was like the one that's like, leave her alone. She's my sister. You ever heard that one?
No.
All right, now we're not gonna go there.
Yeah. Most of my jokes I know are inappropriate. Pretty inappropriate.
Yeah, my mom's listening, David. You can't be too
Betsy, is that
inappropriate.
her?
Yeah.
I will not say those, Betsy. I'm sorry.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
Hi, Ben's mom. Hi, Ben's dad. My parents aren't listening. They don't care. It's true.
They're like, well, yeah. One of them.
You're in a band? Oh, go to school or dude.
Go to school or get a real job. Yeah.
So, what is your overall opinion of the Colorado music scene? Some people say that it's really, really good. Like, it's a good place to start out. Other people say it's subpar to places like California, Seattle, places like that. So, what is your guys' opinion on that?
I mean, the biggest word we can describe it is in the past is just competitive. I mean, a lot of the times we try and just be really good friends and, you know, try and make, you know, connections with bands. But I mean, they're all about themselves. You know, if us playing with them is not going to help them in a way, they don't want to play with us.
Yeah, I mean, I think scenes like in Cali and Seattle and stuff, you know, like those are just such big music cities in general. So like you're going to have a lot more people that are going to come out to shows and stuff like that, like, you know, and be more supportive. Like in Colorado, like it's not necessarily even the bands, it's just like people. It's like you have a $5 ticket and people will be like, "Oh, I can't afford that." Or like you're like, like $5, you spend more than that on your lunch today, like, you know, like coming out to a show and, you know, just for a little bit. And most of the time, you know, you can party and drink and whatever. And like, that's still like not a big enough incentive for people. It's just like trying to get people to come out to shows is, I think, one of the harder parts of doing this. And like, you don't constantly want to have the same group of friends coming because they're just going to get bored of you. And, you know, they're just like, you know, you want to actually gain new fans. So getting people to shows, I think, is a big part. And then, like he said, just the competitive nature of everything. But I mean, at the same time, like I get it too, because this is kind of ultimately a business, you know, and if you want to be a professional musician in a band, like you have to succeed and you have to kind of not take everything personally if one band is better than you. And also like, like everybody wants to be, you know, I think there should be some unity to it for sure, but it's also like, you can't, you know, I don't like to like lie to people and be like, oh yeah, you know, your band's great. Like if I don't really like their band, like, you know, if you're a good band, like, yeah, I'm gonna like your band. But like, if I don't like your band, I'm not gonna sit there and just have to be friends with you.
Right.
And
some of them are kind of fake too. Like their Facebook appearance is kind of fake. You know, some bands be like, I want to play with you, and on the Facebook they'll be like, oh yeah, word, we'll be down sometime, and then they'll never get back to you. I mean, because they don't care.
Well, I mean, if people just kept it real, they're like, you know what, we're just really not interested. Be like, all right.
Or if they don't actually like your music,
yeah,
I mean,
just be like,
they don't
okay.
tell you. They're like, sure, we'll play with you, and then just they'll ignore you. I mean, we try. I mean, we're not upfront honest. It's rude, but I mean, you know, we're kind of honest when it comes to music in the bands we play with. If we actually like them or not. I mean, we're gonna have an honest opinion. We're not gonna be like, oh, we played with them. You know, they're cool, whatever. They might be, yeah, but, you know.
I don't know. I guess it's kind of weird like that. It's like, we do try to be friends. I mean, yeah, we don't have to hate them,
Right.
But I mean, it doesn't mean that we have to like your band. But we do. Most of the people we play with are good, nice people and like good people, and they're like trying to support the scene and stuff like that. But I mean, you do run into those, few people that they are, stay themselves, very cliquey and stuff like that. But it's just really hard in Denver to get up into like that upper group of friend bands. You know what I mean? Like there's like 4 or 5 bands that are just like, they're all friends and they all play together constantly and they kind of run those venues. So like trying to get them to even pay attention to you is like, it's like almost like a hazing thing or it's like an initiation. Like you have to try to get in, like you have to prove yourself. Like, oh, we're we're not joking. We're taking this seriously. Like we're actually a good band or whatever. And so once you can get up to that, and then you'll be all right. But I mean, for a lot of the younger bands and like the newer bands and the bands that just like talent wise aren't there yet, it's probably it's definitely different. Yeah, definitely not as good as Cali and Seattle, I guess.
All right. So let's go ahead and promote that show one last time.
All right.
All right, it's October 5th at the Rock House.
House.
Off of Littleton.
Off
of Littleton and Broadway. It's a little
it's
south
in Littleton.
Yeah, it's in Littleton, south of Littleton and Broadway, the cross streets. It's $6 if you want to hit up any of the bands. The event is on our Facebook page,
which is facebook.com/HTGR official. And like Dean said, there'll be links and stuff. So.
Yep. After we're done here, just go onto our Facebook page and we'll have links up to all their stuff.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. October 5th, Rock House. Be there. Come see our new. Listen to our new song. Got an awesome.
Tell your
set
friends
lined
down
up.
south. If you got friends down south, tell them to come check us out if you can't make it. And then again, we are also going into the studio next month. We will be releasing 3 singles throughout the next 3 months. I mean, we didn't want to do another demo. We just wanted to save these. We're probably gonna save these songs and put them on an LP later on.
Yeah.
We're planning on recording an LP, eventually. I mean, that's every band's eventually kind of goal, but yeah. So
be on the lookout for new songs and definitely try to get to that show.
And obviously more shows in the future. Just keep it.
Yep. And if you guys like this band, pretty soon we're updating our actual uncradio.com page where they'll be able to have their own profile where they can post stuff about upcoming shows. So stay tuned for that. We'll get some more announcements once we figure actually out how to do that. But after that, you'll be able to follow any band that you like on our Get Live sessions from there and see when they're playing.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah, and this will be our last song basically off our EP. So if you guys like this EP, it is on iTunes. It's on the link to it is on our Facebook page.
Yep.
And also on our Big Cartel merch, we do have the EPs for sale on there. You can also order an EP and get that shipped to you also.
Yeah, we have a couple left. I think we're running,
we're running pretty low. We're going to order some more.
Yeah, eventually.
But we do also have 2 T-shirt designs you guys can check out on there too. Help support local music.
Definitely. So if you like them, go online, get some of their merch, help them out.
Yep, exactly.
Right. Yeah. So thank you guys so much for coming in.
Yeah, thank you.
It's been a blast.
Yeah, it was fun.
And we're gonna go ahead and finish off the show with Thug Rats.
Yes.
Yep.
And just as a reminder, we will be back next Saturday as well with Blind Strike. So tune in every Saturday from 4 to about 5:36. It depends on how long these things go to for another local band from Colorado. And here we go with Thug Rats.
I decided to reach back to where I came from. Realize who I've become. No regrets, nothing must surpass from me. This is where I belong. Can't you see? I will not fall. Can't you see? I will not fall. Walking backwards, life in reverse. Take me back. It all seems so clear. I moved on too fast. You didn't take it all in. I didn't take it all in. It was my fault. Now I am awake again, breathing in, breathing out. I am alive. My voice will be heard.